Hi. Oops. Should take this off. This is Keiko from Brooklyn Shoe Space. How are you? This is Shoe Talks Quarantine Edition, and today I have Jess from Larry's Shoes. She used to be a member here, and she moved across the country to Cali. She makes sandals. She makes sandals and samples herself, and then she has worked with us at the factory when we had the factory space to do some production work. But she was there basically like every day overseeing it. I will invite her in. She has joined. Waiting for Larry's Shoes. Connection's okay, right? I hope. Hi. Hey, Jess. How are you?
Hi.
Wait, Laura, do you want to see her?
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe, oh, where's my headphones? Okay, I don't have headphones, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
The connection is great. Lorna! Oh my God, I'm so happy.
6 feet apart.
I'm so happy that you're doing this from the space.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy too. Oh, that would be great. Thanks. I'm at the shoe space, yes.
My favorite place on earth.
The door's open right now because it's really hot. But we're gonna close it, so maybe I can hear you a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. So how
If my sound is bad, tell me and I can put on headphones too.
Can you put headphones? That'll be great.
Yeah.
And how's quarantine? Like, what are you doing so far? Like, what I see some creations on your carpet floor.
Yes, it's where I am right now. I'm sitting on the floor of my living room.
Oh, great.
So this is my workshop behind me pretty much. But yeah, quarantine's okay. I've been fine, just hanging in there. Obviously a lot of challenges, but I left New York in September. I landed in California in November, and I haven't really had like a solid setup since then. So quarantine has kind of just been more of like the instability and trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Like, just I can't access supplies from abroad, which sucks. And my plans for a production run have stopped. So I'm fully focused on new creative projects, things I had been putting off for a long time, which is great. It's fun.
Yeah. So like but then you also get to organize your whatever you have right now and kind of go through it all. And
yes. And like a lot of time to make kind of bigger decisions and think about things and figure out what's going to work.
Yeah,
because make plans.
Yeah, because you do a lot of markets, which is in person and all this. Are they all canceled? What's you're looking like a little bit?
So I don't know when markets are going to start back up again. I really love working with Phoenicia Flea. That's who I started working with in New York, and they're amazing. Their customers are incredible. Like, it was the most amazing first experience to meet people and put myself out there in that way. People have responded so well. So I'm really glad that I did that, and I'm grateful to them. And they have a Mojave flea on the West Coast, which I'm really excited to work with them when things kind of start back up. I also, for a long time, had been thinking about building out like a little Larry mobile, like some kind of cool thing.
I love the name, Larry Mobile.
Yeah. Like, I would love
cameo. You should totally have a cameo in Larry's show in the background.
I wish. It's over now. The last season was like the best season of Curb ever. I loved it. And there's this awesome actress who lives in LA who, like, I follow on Instagram because we have friends in common. She was in it and she was so good. It was really cool to see. But yeah, I want to get like one of those weird like 3-wheel trucks that are all open in the back, or some kind of like strange beachy mobile that I could drive around the coast in Southern California and meet people. And even like there's a lot of things I've been working on that involve making on the spot or finishing things on the spot for people to make them customizable. So that would be really cool. For me, it's really important to have like that contact with customers. because fit and comfort is like the focus of what I do.
Yeah.
So it's, but people are cool. Like people reach out to me and they'll give me like a whole explanation of their foot anatomy and what they like and what they don't like. And I can really work with them that way. So we make do.
Right. Like, I'm like, are you working on anything on your own as well, like your project, or is it more for Larry shoes?
I would say that this felting project I've been doing, is not a part of Larry because it's not a supportive shoe. It's like a, who is it? I want to see everyone who's there.
UPS Gerald. He is amazing. I know you know him.
Yeah, I remember him. He's really cool.
Yeah. He just, through the door, he just blew a kiss at me. Sweet.
He probably missed you so much.
Oh, I haven't been. I mean, the shop has been closed, over 2 months, which is.
Oh, can you believe how much time has flown by since this started?
Yeah, it's 60 some plus days, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. And
it is.
Now it's like, okay, till June 13th, you can't really open unless you're essential or whatever it was. Yeah.
Right. You know, I'm really grateful to be where I am because there's like, I don't even know what the rules are. Everyone's kind of just like doing what they have to do and being cool about it.
You have
like,
space.
Is the post, oh, I wish I could find a workshop. That's the only thing is I can't find a workshop here right now.
Right.
It's too difficult. But like the post office, I've been going to the post office a lot and it's just business as usual. And some people don't wear masks and like, they have a shower curtain in the post office. Eugene!
Hey!
And
hi! I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
They're moving. Were you able to park?
Yeah, parked around the corner.
Around the corner?
It's like right here.
This one's not in.
No, it's not.
I see you. I see questions coming in, and I'm so grateful for
Yeah.
that. I was nervous that I wouldn't know what to talk about.
Yeah, so I wanted to go back in time, a little time travel back, and then we'll come back to showing us like what you're working on now, if that works.
Would love to.
I want to hear how you started shoemaking, and then where like the journey took you, because I feel like you learned from so many places, and then about your pet ortho. Bye, Chris. Bye. Yeah. Sorry. That's the one thing that happens in this space. I can't ever be alone, right? You know.
Yeah, I like it though. This is great.
Yeah, so the certification, how long it took you, where you're heading, you know. Okay.
Yeah,
let's
of course.
go.
And I see questions coming in, and I don't want to forget them, so I will go back. We will go back to that.
Yeah.
So because I like them, they're good questions. So I started. I guess I should go back to quick story when I was in college or university in Vancouver, British Columbia. I was studying fine art, mostly photography, and also business. And I was like I was shooting photos for behind the scenes of this student horror film. And I had so much equipment with me, and I was running to an accounting class. So I had like a backpack full of fat accounting books and a front backpack full of photo equipment. And I was rushing and I fell down the stairs, like a whole flight of stairs, not just a few stairs. And it was busy. There were a lot of people. Like there was like a 50-person audible gasp as I fell, but my front backpack saved me because my face was far away from the ground. But I messed up my foot really badly. Like I could not walk at all. It blew up right away. And I went to the doctor and they were just like, it's not broken, so it'll heal. They put me in a walking boot. It never healed. I kept going back to the doctor. They did MRIs, nothing. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And my foot was just still a swollen balloon. So for 6 months, I was in a walking boot and my leg atrophied and I didn't know what to do. And I finally, someone suggested go to a podiatrist and what's it called? Chiropractor. And I was like, why would a chiropractor help me? Like maybe a podiatrist, but okay. So I went to a podiatrist and I got orthotics, custom orthotics made. And I went to a chiropractor. the chiropractor actually is who saved me. He had cracked something, my navicular bone in my foot. I had an excess navicular that had kind of gone underneath a ligament, and that's why it was so swollen. And he just cracked it back into place. It's the most painful thing in my life, but it saved my foot. And then the orthotics were completely necessary, and orthopedic shoes were completely necessary. I couldn't wear anything else, not even sneakers. But the orthopedic shoe hunt was tragic. I could not find a pair that I liked.
It still is, I think.
It is. And I searched far and wide. Like, I mean, I searched all over the world to try to find myself a pair of like simple black orthopedic Oxfords, like just something that was supportive, but still lightweight, flexible sole.
Yeah.
Which I love. They feel great, but they're really ugly. And I had to wear those shoes and only those shoes for pretty much almost a year. So that's kind of kickstarted my interest in orthopedic shoes. So then I moved to New York City and I was working in photography and I was on my feet a lot and I had to keep wearing these ugly shoes. And so I started bugging this shoe repair guy on 92nd and 2nd to teach me how to make room in my existing shoes for orthotics. And he was like, girl, stop bothering me and go take a class. And I was like, what are you talking about? What class? And he told me to go sign up for the JCC, Jewish Community Center, Emily Putterman. And I signed up that day. I mean, I was broke and I didn't have the $350 to do it, but I still signed up because I thought it would be the most fun thing ever. And I fell in love with it right away. So, I mean, and I'm so grateful to this day. Actually, I'm still using stuff from Emily and her class because being in my living room, it's like I'm trying to keep it easy, non-toxic. It's a lot slower, but I'm still using a lot of the techniques she taught.
And I think that's
she told me
how I met you, because
I met you through VPL, but Emily had been telling me all about you, saying I needed to meet you.
Oh,
so it was like two worlds.
I remember Natsuko?
Yes.
She was taking a class with you, I think.
Yes.
That too,
yes.
I think. And then suddenly we met at a runway show of VPL.
Yeah, because I was working backstage doing production.
Yeah, and I was helping the backstage for that the runway, and you were like, I love your shoes. Like, oh, I made them. And you're like, what? Are you Keiko? I'm like, how do you know me? And you're like, well, Emily told me about you, Natsuko told me about you, and Vicky told me about you, or something like this. Yeah.
Yes. And you also had known, did you know Chris by then already?
I think you introduced me to Chris.
Okay. So I thought he introduced us also. But anyway, back then I have to say, and I like sing your praises to everybody who I meet who's in footwear, because I love what you have created. I love what you are doing. You have helped me so much in what you've created. You've helped incredible. And from the beginning,
after handmaking, you actually went to Italy.
Yes.
And
so
do you want to talk about
even before that, I apprenticed for my favorite designer, and I realized then that I needed a lot more education in design. So that was humbling. Because at that time I was so excited. I had a mission, I had a goal that I wanted to make comfort shoes, and I wanted to learn to make orthopedic shoes eventually too. But it was humbling to be like, oh, I don't know shit. Like, I really need to continue my education. So that's when I decided to go to Italy.